Now it's time to talk about athletics. Now we'll be talking about the Making of Champions Grand Prix Olympic qualifying event. And we have some athletes who were actually outstanding, especially the one who finally won the 200-meter size. We've been trying, but third time lucky, he got to have it. And of course, we also have Emmanuel OJELI. He's in the studio. Jerry JAKPA is in the studio. Emmanuel OJELI is also in the studio. And these guys are preparing for the National Sport Festival, just sweating it out at the MoC Grand Prix. And right now, they're here in the studio trying to see how they can also make a mark at the National Sports Festival. Okay, I'll start with you, Jerry. It's good to have you back in the studio.
Thank you very much, Cecilia.
And of course, Emmanuel, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us in the studio.
So let's start with what happened on Tuesday and Wednesday. I mean, we've been waiting for you to get that 200-meter title, so to speak, and you finally got it. What was it like for you?
Yeah, for me, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I think JAKPA has not really been my lucky ground up till the moment, but I enjoyed competing. Wanted more, but I'm glad with the title. I'm glad with where I got.
Yeah, you should be glad with that. Of course, Emmanuel, 400 meters 3 times in a row, and I'm like, okay, is it more like, how do I put it now? Like, which I'm trying to look for a word to use. He said JAKPA is actually not his lucky ground. It happens to be your own lucky ground, right?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's my lucky ground.
So why did you say that? What are the things you usually do differently and all that? What's about that ground that any time we are having that event? We know this year is special because the Olympic qualifying event. The last 2 wasn't like that, but this year is special. But the last 2 you've won it, and this year, of course, there's more motivation for you to want to win it because everyone wants to qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah, before the competition, my coach told me that JAKPA is a very good track, that if I should keep my head down, I'm going to run fast race there because it's a very good track. So I just take the mindset that once I go there, it's not a matter of winning. It's to just put down the time there or qualify for the Olympics. That is just the mindset.
So what's the stage now for Olympic qualification?
I would say let's see how the festival goes.
We'll go. That's where you're planning to nick that up. Now, let me come to you, Jerry. Yeah. The sports festival is starting. I mean, athletes have started going to camp. When are you going to camp? Like Monday or Tuesday?
We're representing Lagos State.
Lagos State. So Lagos State. When?
Tomorrow or Monday.
Okay, Lagos should be out from here. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Now, what will your plans be? Because I know in Abuja you finished 4th in the 100 meters, and of course, I mean you've won silver in the 200 meters before, but having won from the MoC Grand Prix Olympic qualifying event, and of course you'll be looking forward to something better for Team Lagos at the National Sports Festival.
Yeah, obviously I'm going there to put on a good show, to get closer to the Olympic qualifying in both the 100 and the 200. I took the third MoC King Grand Prix as a training ground for the festival because I know I'll be running lots of rounds in the festival. That's why I did the 400 and the 200 at the King MoC Grand Prix. So I'm going to the festival now for my specialties, the 100 and the 200, and I'm going there to get as close to the Olympic qualifying as possible.
I love that because obviously all eyes will be on you, knowing what you did in JAKPA. I mean, the competition will be very fierce. And we know that we're having athletes from Delta State. And we know how Delta usually dominates the National Sport Festival. You were in Abuja last night. You saw how it was. But we're not going to, I mean, Delta has already told us that they won't be having a full complement of their international stars because, of course, this was a prayer for a sports festival for the Olympics. And knowing that they may not be able to come, pandemic and all that and everything. So for you, will it be a level playing field, knowing that those international stars, Divine Duduru and the likes, would not be around?
I think I still have to compete against them in the national trials.
Which is different. We're focusing on sports festival right now. Yeah, your chances.
For the festival, I think it's just about going there to execute. I'm not worried about who is there or who is not there. I just want to run as close to the Olympic qualifying as possible so that I give myself enough motivation for the rest of the year, leading into competing in Europe and competing with those guys you just mentioned.
Interesting. I think I'm going to like that. Okay, let me come to you. Emmanuel, yes, national champion, 400 meters. I mean, 3 times consecutively at the MoC Grand Prix. For you, National Sport Festival, all eyes definitely on you right now.
Definitely. For me, I'll just say that everybody should put their mind down that The National Sports Festival is we're going to see the Olympics qualifying there by the grace of God. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, by the grace of God, I like that. What are the extra things you will need to do? I mean, what's your coach telling you? What are the things you will need to do to get that qualification?
For me to just stay focused. For me to just stay focused and execute well. 400 meter. Once you start well, you need to finish well as well. So, yeah, everything is in place.
In place for you to excel.
For me to, sure.
I get that. So what was different in this year's competition? Let's talk about the MoC Grand Prix now. What was different in this year for you, Jerry?
Yeah, this year was like, there was more motivation, I would say. There was more motivation seeing that it's an Olympic year. So, and the times from the 100 meters were superb. I almost felt bad that I didn't run the 100, but I took it as a good motivation going into the 200, and I just went there to execute. I talked to my coach, and we gracefully accepted the fact that we want to go to the festival and hit our mark. So this year it was more motivation because it was the Olympic year, and then there was Beth King, who did fabulous for us, for the organization, for helping athletes to be able to compete at such a high level here in Lagos, and helping MoC to organize such a great event. So I just want to say thanks to Beth King.
Okay, interesting. I mean, talking about, all the things that went down and everything and all that. We understand that you didn't want to do the 100 meters. At the sports festival, you're going to have the 100 meters and 200, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but qualification for Olympics will be low in that one. Maybe your focus will be on 200 meters or D2.
I'll be running D2.
D2,
well, so
okay, to get qualification for the Olympics. That would be interesting.
Olympics.
And for you, Manu, you'll be focusing basically on 400 meters,
yes.
nothing else. Right? So what was different for you in this race, apart from it being Olympic qualifying event?
Running with my opponents, I would say that it would be a very, very good one for us. So from there, they're going to pick our relay team, 4x4. I know this year, once we go out there, we're going to achieve a lot. We are going to, most especially 4x4. I'm just saying that they should watch out to the mess for 400 meters. Okay,
I'm liking that 4x400 meters.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because I know 4x100 meters, yes, I can guarantee just maybe sometimes Nigeria gets so. But 4x400 meters for men.
Yes, we have Sikiru Adeyemi, who ran 45 seconds early this year. We also have Chidi Okezie. We have Morupe. Okay. Nathaniel Sampson is there. Me, myself, I'm also there. So if they organize the relay team very well, I know that definitely come out
tops in that one.
Yeah, sure.
So that means that the national trials, it now depends on what the AFN can do to have a proper national trials whereby the 4x400 meters relay team, can be better and get the Olympic qualification.
Yes.
Interesting. 4x100 meters, right? 4x100. So that's another one everyone will be looking forward to, because we know really, we saw, yes, the MoC athletes won the 4x100 meters and all that, but that's different because it's just you guys. Yes. But this time around, you're going to be having athletes from track and field athletes from different states, national, and of course, so international athletes coming to join together. How will the blend be? Because we know usually camping for Olympics, usually like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the timing is usually not there.
I think this year is going to be much more different because, like, if you watch the time, we as a track club reported yesterday, it shows some signs of encouragement for a club to be able to run so close to 39 seconds. It shows what a nation can definitely do if we're properly put together. So I think this year is going to be more different. Everybody's running into shape quite well, a lot at the right time. You can see Favor Ashen, who is part of us, who is not present here, who did the 10-1, 7 seconds. There's Enoch, who's a 10-0, 10-1 runner. There's Divine, there's Raymond, there's Shekiri, there's also myself. So we have a lot of us guys in the 100 meters who are raring to go whenever we're called upon. And once the team is properly assembled, I know we can do something really, really great for this nation and the Olympics and the 4x1.
Yeah, from all indication, it's now in the hands of AFN right now
Definitely.
to do the right thing, because you guys obviously are fired up and you're ready to go for the sports festival and also the Olympics. But this sports festival, finally, before I let you guys leave the studio, what will be your target? 100, 200 meters. I mean, medal, gold, silver. What are you giving to Lagos State?
For me, I would say the 200 meters I'm going for gold. The 100 meters I'm going purely to get to lower my time and get close to the Olympics.
To the Olympics qualification. Okay, nice one. Emmanuel.
As for me, I'm going for the gold.
Good for that. Okay, all the best to you guys and also to Team Lagos. See if Lagos can actually conquer everyone at the Sport Festival in Benin.
Thank you very much for having us again.